It was messy, per the norm. It was a win, per the norm. And as you would say, win and survive, march on.
Yes.
San Diego State survives against Charleston. This was a test of wills. The left hand, Charleston's Cougars, we're going to run the ball and we're going to shoot threes. Right hand, Aztecs, no, you're not. We're going to force you into a half-court game and see if you can survive. There were stretches in which Charleston kind of dominated. But in the overall big picture, Brian Dutcher's guys imposed their will on Charleston. They made it a half-court game. They made it a game of the big guys. They wore them down. They held them off, and they won. Now, Charleston averaged 80 points per game. They didn't get anywhere near that in a 63-57 loss. Charleston averaged 10 threes made every game. They went 5 for 24, and it seemed like every shot they took was a frantic desperation shot with a body on body or a guy in their face or a hand up there. Nothing came easy. Now, I give them credit. They attacked the basket offensively, and they scored more points inside than I ever thought possible because I thought that was San Diego State's forte. Their bigs would deny them. But what happened is the Aztecs went out to the three-point line, and they defended Charleston and made every possession really hard for them. And who won the game for the Aztecs? The bench bunch. Arup came off the bench. Jaden Ledee came off the bench. Micah Parrish came off the bench. And when they got done, those were the difference makers in the game. It was not Matt Campbell. It was nobody else on the floor. And the Aztecs survived because of what they got from their bigs off the bench. 23 points, 18 rebounds from those three kids.
Yeah.
Micah Parrish had done nothing all day, couldn't find the basket. He hit a three, came back with a clutch block shot in the final seconds, hit a couple of free throws right at the end to seal the deal. San Diego State gets a messy, ugly, smudge painting victory to shove their record to 28-6, and they're going to go play Furman, the Paladins, who knocked out the University of Virginia. My wife was yelling at the TV this afternoon when that game finished. So the Aztecs, they found a way to do it. It's just typical San Diego State basketball. It's not clean. It's not pretty. It's not sexy. And one other thing. Do you have the phone number for CBS Sports? Can we just call them and ask them why nobody in studio, the analyst, nobody talked San Diego State in the pregame show? All they went was guy to guy from Charles Berkeley to Clark Kellogg and talking about College of Charleston.
Right.
Do you ever pay attention to what's going on here on the left coast? Do you ever pay attention to the way San Diego State wins? That coach is 147-46. If you find the phone number for CBS Sports, please call, because respect these guys a little bit, because they're marching on to play Furman with a legitimate chance, John, I think, to go to the Sweet 16. I've had my say. I've had my rant. You're going to tell everybody on the live stream what you think.
It was a great game. And in the beginning, it got off to a rough start. There were all these turnovers in the first half, and it just made me feel like this Charleston team was tough. They were grinders. They were a reflection of their coach. He was saying in the pregame press conference, my guys, they eat gravel for breakfast. And, it was that whole thing. But, man, it was like a street fight. It was thuggery. These guys were banging into each other. But the Aztecs kind of wore them down and prevailed at the end. I'm really proud of these guys. And they got the monkey off the back for Dutcher. He's finally got his NCAA win. They broke that streak of Mountain West losses. And so now, survive and advance. We're going to play again Saturday, and the path to the Sweet 16, there's an open lane.
31% shooting. That's what Charleston has to take home with them back to South Carolina tonight. 31%, 5 for 24 on threes. Aztecs found a way to get it done. Really good program. They do what they have to do, whether you like it, whether it looks good or not. They got themselves a victory. All right,